Hello and welcome to Zero to Icon. Today we explore the story of a man who began with nothing, faced failure after failure, yet rose to become one of the greatest leaders the world has ever known. This is the story of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, a man who proved that true icons are built not by comfort, but by courage, resilience, and an unshakable spirit. Abraham Lincoln was born in 1809 in a tiny log cabin in Kentucky. His family was poor, life was harsh. He had very little formal schooling, maybe just 1 year in total. But young Lincoln had a hunger for knowledge. With no money to buy books, he would borrow them and study by candlelight late into the night. He grew up working on farms, chopping wood, and doing hard labor. Yet, despite these struggles, he believed in self-education. He once said, "The best way to predict the future is to create it." Lincoln's path was anything but smooth. At 22, he lost his job. At 23, he failed in business. At 25, the woman he loved died, breaking his heart. At 27, he had a nervous breakdown. And politically, he failed many times. He lost elections for state legislature, for Congress, for Senate. At one point, he was defeated in 8 elections over the course of his life. Most people would have quit, but Lincoln didn't. He believed that every failure was simply another step toward success. He once said, "My great concern is not whether you have failed, but whether you are content with your failure." This mindset of resilience kept him moving forward even when the world said no. Finally, in 1860, after decades of struggle, Abraham Lincoln was elected the 16th President of the United States. But even then, his challenges only grew larger. America was divided. The Civil War erupted. The nation was tearing itself apart. Lincoln faced criticism, threats, and unimaginable pressure. Yet he stood firm on his values. He declared that slavery must end. And in 1863, he signed the Emancipation Proclamation, freeing millions of enslaved people. It was a bold, dangerous, but necessary decision, and it changed history forever. Lincoln's leadership wasn't about power, it was about purpose. He proved that true icons rise not when times are easy, but when times are hardest. So what can we learn from Abraham Lincoln's journey? Failure is not final. Lincoln failed more times than he succeeded, but his persistence made all the difference. Education is self-made. Even without formal schooling, he became a lawyer, a speaker, and a leader. Stand for what is right. He took risks for justice, even when it was unpopular. Resilience builds icons. Every setback was fuel for his eventual rise. Remember his words, "I will prepare, and someday my chance will come." Abraham Lincoln's life is proof that no matter where you start, no matter how many times you fall, you can rise. From zero to icon. That's the journey Lincoln took, and it's the journey available to all of us. So whenever you face failure, remember, it's not the end, it's a step. Keep going, keep fighting, keep believing. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, subscribe to Zero to Icon for more motivational journeys that turn struggles into strength.